Number 27. The perimeter of an equilateral triangle is 624 centimeter. Perimeter is the boundary. Keyword number 1. That means we are talking about boundary. Equilateral triangle is when all the sides are equal. So if this is the equilateral triangle we have, and if we add the or at the we take the sum of all the sides, let's say it's s. So because every side is equal, it's s plus s plus s. So it is given that s plus s plus s, that is equal to 624, and these are like terms. So 3 of s is equal to 624. Now let's find side, and to find side we have to divide by 3 on both sides. So 3 to the 6, 208. So one side is 208. And okay, the height of the triangle is k root 3 centimeter, where k is a constant. Now if we see triangle, this is the height, right? And if okay, that is the side, we apply the Pythagoras and find the height. That is one of the methods, but that is really lengthy. So why not do area of triangle? Why not use area of the triangle? So area of the triangle is equal to root 3 by 4 side square. You can choose another method too. Okay, I'll calculate by other method too. Let's say this is our method number 1. So area is root 3 by 4 side square, or calculate area by any method. It's not going to make any difference. Or area can also be half times base times height. So root 3 by 4, side is 208 times 208 is equal to half of 208, that is the base, right? And what is the height? K root 3. So times k root 3. Okay, we have a little bit less speed. Root 3 k. So let's divide by root 3 on both sides. So root 3 will be cancelled, and that will be 1 by 4 times 208 times 208. I'm just dividing root 3 on both sides. So that is 208 by 2, and this is k. Now because we have 208 on both sides, so let's take the step dividing by 208 on both sides. So we will be left with 208 by 4, right? One of them is cancelled, is equal to 1 by 2 k. Now let's solve this. 4 5s are 4 2s are. So 52 is equal to 1 by 2k. See, you can take algebra method you are comfortable with. So I'm just solving it this way. If you use this equation and you solve it by some other way, that is also totally fine. So k is equal to multiplying by 2 on both sides. So k is equal to 104. So value of k is 104. This is method 1, where I am using the area of the equilateral triangle, because see, area of the equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 side square. Also area of every triangle is half times base times height. So whatever method you choose, area is not going to change, right? So why not equate these two and find the missing variable? Okay, now let's see another method, that is the method of Pythagoras. Because it's not necessary that everyone can think the same way, right? Maybe another student is, because height is related to 90 degree, so maybe Pythagoras is the point here. So but if you use Pythagoras, then you have to use one more property. Let's see what is that. I am drawing a little bit bigger triangle, so that okay, so 208 is this, 208 is this, and this one is height. In case of equilateral triangle, it divides the line into two equal parts. So sum of this is 208, but this part is 104, and this part is also 104. Now we have a right triangle and we can use Pythagoras, where in triangle ABC, now side opposite to 90 degrees hypotenuse, so hypotenuse squared is equal to height squared plus base squared. Now I'll show you one more magic. That's a wonderful magic. Okay, I'll not take 208 squared. No. Okay, I'll just subtract 104 whole squared on both sides. See, it's kind of a magical thing, and the identity I'm going to use is also kind of magical, right? That is cancelled. So I am left with h squared is equal to 208 whole squared minus 104 whole squared. Now calculator is allowed, then there is no problem. You can simply use the calculator and find h. But what if calculator is not allowed, right? So then this magical identity a minus b times a plus b is equal to a square minus b square, right? If you multiply these two, right, binomials, you will get this. And here at place of a I have 208 and at place of b it's 104 whole squared. So we can do it like 208 plus 104 and okay, a little bit of less space. I'm just writing it down. 208 minus 104, right? This is a wonderful identity. Write it. So h square is equal to 208 plus 104 and 208 minus 104, right? I'll use one more magic. Okay, times 104 is equal to h squared. Now we have to take the square root. What is h given to us? H is given to us is k root 3 in the question, right? Okay, so taking the square root on both sides, 312 times 104 is equal to root 3k, or let's write h first, is equal to h, and h is given root 3k. This is 312 times 104. Now it's really very like easy. If you have calculator, multiply these two numbers and find the square root, right? So just use square root calculator and find it. So your number will be 104 root 3. Okay, yes, is equal to root 3k. So dividing by root 3 on both sides, k is equal to 104. We have done our question, right? But let's see, if you want to explore the concepts a little bit more, let's do some magic. So it's I'm taking only this part, right? If you don't want to learn, that's okay. But I always find maths as magic and I enjoy it. So how I solve it? Yeah, I know general method is multiply and then find the square root and whatever is that, but I use the exponents in this, which are really wonderful. If you know the division criterias, like which number is divisible by 2 or 3 or 4, whatever, if you don't know, just comment me, right? I can form a video on the divisibility criteria. So I'm using it here. So 312 is divisible by 4, right? So that is 4 times 78, and 104 is also divisible by 4. So it's 4 squared times 78 times 26. If you do use exponents, this 4 is outside and you are left with 78 times 26. See, it seems to be a little bit lengthy because I am explaining that to you, but if you know the divisibility rules, that will be pretty quick. Okay, Now both the numbers are divisible by 2. So 2 times, right? So again that is 2 squared. See, I'm just like playing with this question. I'm just elaborating it so that maybe you can get something magical out of it. So 2 squared is again 8, right? 2 comes out. Now you are left with 39 times 13. So 8, it's 13 threes are. So 13 squares times 3. 13 again comes out. So it's 104 root 3. So here I have taken like the concept of exponents. I am writing these much of steps because I need to explain that to you. But if you use this method and use exponents, you can do it in 1 or 2 steps, and literally it's easier than if you multiply and find the square root of these numbers, right? So I hope you enjoyed this method, and just message me, comment me if you want to learn the divisibility rules.